Hello, my name is John Patrick. I'm the Operations Supervisor for Inside CNN, and today we're going to take you behind the scenes of our studio tour. Last year we had over 300,000 people come and take our tour. And this is the tallest freestanding escalator in the world. And by freestanding, I mean it's only secured at the top and the bottom. It goes 8 stories, takes a little bit over 2 minutes to ride from the bottom all the way to the top. And here we are at the top of the escalator. You're inside the world. It's kind of an interactive area up here where we have these touchscreen kiosks. You can look at a video timeline, and the guests can kind of surf through these and watch the stories that interest them. And this is the control room theater. What we do in this stop is explain to the guests what happens in the real control room, where the executive producer and the director sits while they're calling the shots. These routers and screens are linked up to what's actually happening downstairs, so the guests can see all the shots that may be used a little bit later and what's actually airing on CNN. This is a model studio where our guides will describe to the group how the teleprompter works and how our weather anchors do the weather. So our tour guides can stand in front of the green wall, and on the monitors, their guest sees how it actually works. For the entertainment of the guests, sometimes we'll maybe show like a green sheet so they know what color our news anchors can never wear to work. During the tour, we'll try and get a volunteer out of the group typically to come up and flip through the script here as they're reading from the teleprompter, and it gives them a chance to actually see what it's like to be on air. The tour route's been renovated several times, trying to keep up with the times because the technology used at CNN is constantly being updated, and we want that to be reflected in the tour. Most of the hallways have audio that features different stories or the theme of the overall tour route to kind of give a complete experience. Also throughout the route you may see artifacts like this that are from big stories that have been covered by CNN over the years. Reporters and people that have been in the middle of these stories have been gracious enough to donate these artifacts so we can show them to all of our guests. Then it's on to the real thing. Most of our newsroom stops are overlooks. They get to stand up in the overlook and look down upon the newsroom floor. And at this stop, the tour guide will explain the process a story may take to get across the news floor and eventually onto the air. So at this point in the tour, one aspect that they haven't really covered is the one that our guests are the most familiar with, our news anchors. So several of the news anchors have gotten together and created this video where they can discuss major stories that have impacted their lives and their careers, as well as what their job is like. And it can sometimes be really, really interesting, and it's nice for the guests to hear it from our anchors themselves.